Here is the text you requested, formatted to match your previous style. Section 1. Hey guys. Tonight we settle into a quiet night train moving slowly through snowy mountains, where the soft rhythm of the tracks and the dim glow of cabin lights carry you gently towards sleep. And if you're anything like me, you might think a peaceful train ride sounds relaxing. But after a few hours in a narrow seat with stiff legs and a wandering mind, you probably won't survive this. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And while you're getting settled, let me know down in the comments where you're listening from and what your local time is right now. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You stand quietly on a cold platform as snow drifts down through the yellow glow of overhead lamps, the flakes moving slowly and silently as if the night itself has decided to move in slow motion. The station is calm and nearly empty, the kind of place where voices seem naturally softer and footsteps sound distant even when they're close. Your breath appears in pale clouds as you wait, curling into the air and disappearing just as quietly as it formed. Somewhere down the platform, a lantern swings slightly in the winter breeze, creaking gently with each movement. The train waits in front of you, long and dark against the whiteness of the snow-covered ground. Its windows glow faintly with warm light, small rectangles of gold in the cold blue darkness. A thin line of steam drifts from beneath the cars, rising lazily into the night air. You climb aboard slowly, stepping from the frozen platform into a pocket of warmth that feels almost unreal after the cold outside. Inside, the air carries a faint mixture of wool, old wood, and warm metal. It is not unpleasant, just lived in, familiar, comforting in a quiet way. The corridor stretches ahead with soft yellow lights spaced evenly along the ceiling, each one casting gentle shadows that make the space feel deeper than it really is. Your boots sound muffled against the carpet as you walk. You find your small compartment and slide the door closed behind you, sealing out the distant sounds of the station. For a moment, everything is completely still, as if the train itself is holding its breath before the journey begins. The seat is firm but comfortable enough, covered in slightly rough fabric that has seen many travelers before you. You set down your bag and settle in, pulling a folded blanket across your lap. Outside the window, snow continues to fall in slow, drifting lines. One historical detail about night trains is that sleeping cars became widely popular in the late 19th century, allowing travelers to cross long distances while resting, and although earlier rail journeys were often uncomfortable, the idea of traveling through the night while asleep quickly became one of the great quiet luxuries of modern travel. But tonight the experience feels older somehow, slower and simpler, as if time has stretched out across the rails ahead. The glass of the window feels cold when you rest your hand against it. Through it you can see the edge of the platform where a single porter walks slowly past, his lantern swaying gently at his side. Somewhere farther down the train, a door closes with a soft thud. Then there is silence again. It is the kind of silence that exists only late at night, when the world seems to shrink into smaller and quieter pieces. You shift slightly in your seat, feeling the faint creak of springs beneath the cushion. A distant metallic sound travels through the train, a quiet clank followed by another and then a pause. Preparations. The sense of waiting deepens. You notice small details now, the faint vibration in the floor, the gentle ticking of cooling metal, the soft rustle of your blanket as you adjust it around your shoulders. Some trains in colder regions were once heated by small coal or steam systems that warmed the cars unevenly, meaning passengers sometimes experienced warm air near the floor while their shoulders stayed cold, an odd imbalance that travelers wrote about in early railway journals. Here the warmth feels steady, though the window still holds the chill of the outside world. Snow gathers slowly along the edges of the platform roof. Your reflection appears faintly in the glass, dim and softened by the darkness outside. Scholars still argue whether the rhythmic motion of trains helps people fall asleep because of physical vibration, or because the predictable sound patterns calm the brain, but either way, many travelers describe trains as one of the easiest places to drift into rest. You can almost understand why. Nothing demands your attention. Nothing needs to be done. The world has narrowed to a quiet room, a dark window, and the distant promise of movement. Somewhere beneath you, a deep mechanical hum begins. So faint at first you almost imagine it. Then comes a gentle jolt, barely noticeable, like the smallest shift in balance. The train has awakened. You feel the vibration travel upward through the seat and into your back, steady and reassuring. Outside, the platform begins to slide slowly past the window. Snow continues falling as the station drifts away into darkness, and without quite noticing the moment it happens, you realize the journey has begun. Would you like me to describe the scenery as the train travels further into the snowy mountains, or should we focus on a specific historical mystery regarding early rail travel?